What's going on YouTube? It's your boy JR here, back with another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about the 1 month review of the Apple Watch Ultra. Alright, so I'm going to give y'all a good look right here. Right now I am rocking the Nike band. I found that this is probably the most comfortable band that I have for the activity that I use the Apple Watch Ultra for. So the main thing that I want to talk about in this video, three major things. It's pretty much the same usual things: is the design, the performance, and the battery life. I'm gonna say the battery life for last. But so let's go on and get into it. So as far as the design is concerned with this Apple Watch Ultra, I think that the 49mm, like the size of this watch, is pretty big. I do find myself when I'm doing like indoor walks or just walking around the office or even around the house in some cases, that I do kind of bang it up against a wall. Not on purpose, but you know, it just happens every now and then. But I will say that the durability of the design itself, with the casing and everything, it does not scratch. The sapphire glass, I haven't had a problem with any scratches on it. I pretty much walk around with it just the way you see it right here, and I have not had any issues with it scratching or anything at all. Now, as far as the look is concerned, it does look a little bit big, but to be honest with you, I see so many people with the watch. It's like it's just a new normal, to be honest with you. It's really a new normal. You know, if you are looking to get this watch, expect for the size of it. It's huge, it is, but it makes really good for the next topic that I'm going to discuss, which is the performance. So when we're talking about the performance of this watch, the speed, the processing power, everything is really fast. Of course, you know, this is top of the line right now, so the main things that I'm going to talk about is pretty much the activity, when I'm using the activity, when you're texting on the watch, when you're making phone calls and things like that. So as far as the activity is concerned and how fast the watch processes everything, is really quick. It doesn't stall on me. And one thing I will say is the heart rate monitor does kind of tap out on me a little bit, so it won't track my heart rate the way that I would like it to. But a lot of times what I find is that if I just kind of just sit still, you know, if I have an activity going, just sit still and just let it, you know, take my heart rate or whatever, it'll come right back on. Because what I found out is, let's say if I'm doing an indoor walk activity at my job or something, a lot of times, man, it won't track my activity. Like it won't actually track my time. So I may do a walk and it could be about 22 minutes or 20 minutes where I'm walking a mile. So when I turn the activity off, instead of showing me my actual time, which is, let's say if it's 22 minutes, it'll log 18 or 19 minutes. And I'm thinking that's because of the heart rate monitor. And if the heart rate monitor is not clocking me, then it just won't record properly. So I don't know if that's a software bug or if it's just a reading thing. You know, sometimes if I'm having to adjust the watch, take it off, wipe off the sensors, clean off my wrist or something like that, and then it comes back on. But what I find that is when it's just cycling the way that it does sometimes, if I just sit still and let it track my heart rate, it'll come back on, and that'll actually save me from losing that time out like that. Now the next thing I want to talk about is with the screen size and the texting, because you know, when you're texting on this watch, you have the full keyboard where you can actually swipe, or you know, I don't know what it is about this word actually, man. This word actually, let's just get it out the way, because it just seems to actually come up all the actual time. Anyway, when you're texting on the watch, it does move very swiftly. It is pretty good as far as tracking what you're saying. And if you don't feel like swiping, or if you don't feel like doing the whole typing thing, which honestly I find kind of fun every now and then because of the 49mm screen, with typing, it makes you kind of want to type because you see the keyboard and it's like, ooh, let me do that. You know what I mean? So when you're typing on it, you can swipe, you can actually type finger, you know, letter by letter, or text to speech, which I think is something that I've used, because I'm coming from a Series 6 to this Apple Watch Ultra, which technically is a Series 8. I think text-to-speech is probably my most used feature when it comes to the texting and everything. Everything just sends out perfectly, and then when I'm making phone calls or receiving phone calls, man, the speaker and the volume clarity is so good. So good. The speaker is extra loud. Never had to use a siren, thank God, but it does. The speakers on this watch definitely complement. I mean, it's beautiful. It's perfect, unlike anything I've ever had on any Apple Watch that I've had before. Okay, so last thing I want to talk about is the battery life. With the battery life, you get up to 36 hours of battery life. At least that's what it says on paper. 60 hours in low power mode. And I have tested it out to where I have definitely, even with doing activities, gotten more than 36 hours of battery life. I believe I've gotten close to 48 hours of battery life. And that's with still doing my activity. So with my activity, I get to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. I might do a 20-minute walk before my lunch break, and then on my lunch break, I'll go to the gym and do 30 minutes of cardio. And after my cardio, come back to work, finish that, and then after work, I'll go back and do my strength training and some more cardio. So I'm definitely using the activity, which is using the heart rate sensor. It's using all the gadgets in the watch. So I'm using everything, and the battery is still, taking hits. I'm getting phone calls, text messages, different notifications like that. So the battery is taking hits, but it's still staying strong. Like right now, currently I'm at 61%. But what the watch tends to do is it doesn't charge it up to 100%. It charges it to about 85%. And that's for like optimized battery, so it extend the life of your battery. For those of you who don't upgrade every year, which is a good thing, it extends the life of your battery just to charge it up to about 85% and use it like that. I charged up to 85% this morning, and I'm currently at 61% right now. Now, one thing I will say is I don't use my always on display. So like right now, that's off. And with it being off, I believe that does save me more battery. Because personally, I don't mind, if I lift my wrist and I just tap it and I can see it, then it's just force a habit just to tap it on the face, and then it goes back to sleep. If you're interested in this watch because of battery life, this is the best watch for it. To be honest with you, it is the best watch for it. From what I'm hearing, most people that get this watch aren't into half of the activities that Apple created this watch for, which is okay. It is perfectly fine. I mean, if you're doing any type of work, like if you do construction work, or if you are like doing some type of heavy activity where, like a Spartan race or something where you're gonna be banging a watch, it doesn't necessarily have to be for the stuff that they market the watch for. But any type of heavy, just tough activity that you get into, the watch can handle it. Point blank period, it can handle it. So I'm very excited about having this watch. I mean, it's been a month since I've had it. I plan on keeping it. I don't plan on getting rid of it or trading it in for anything. Now, if anything, I will say, if I do happen to get another one, let's say if they come out with another version next year, if they happen to come out with a black, yeah, I'm probably gonna grab that black. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm probably gonna grab the black. But if they don't, let's say if they just keep this one, if they come out with a Series 9 watch or whatever, I'm probably gonna be stuck on Ultra, to be honest with you. And that's because for me and my daily activity with the watch, I think the battery life is probably the most important feature for me on this watch. So overall, I think it's a really good watch, especially for the price, which is $799, which is really a good price compared to, the regular Series 8 watches. And if you get like a Milanese band or something where you're then paying close to $700 or $800 for that watch, which is ridiculous to me. But if you are thinking about getting this watch, I think that those are some really good things to consider with the design portion of it, and then the performance. not only that, the bands are interchangeable. So like this Nike band that I'm using right here was I actually used this on my Series 5. Yeah, I had a Series 5 Nike watch, Nike Apple Watch, and it's great to be able to use this band right here. You don't have to spend extra money on the bands and stuff. Well, the bands that come with the Apple Watch Ultra, which are like the Alpine loops, man, them things $100. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to pay all that much money. When you go on Amazon, grab you a 45mm band. You don't have to, and you don't have to buy the official Apple stuff. You know what I mean? They have other websites out there that have bands, Alpine loops, Ocean bands. There's other companies that make those and sell them for a lot cheaper. Because $100 for a watch band is just half of that money. $50 is going just because it's Apple. Pretty much just because it's Apple. But anyway, man. So in the comments, let me know what your thoughts are. If you have an Apple Watch Ultra, how has your experience been with it? What are you using it for? What's your battery life been like? Because I know it could be different for everybody. I have it completely switched over to, let's say, when a full day, just left my phone at home and just use the Apple Watch. I know there's plenty of videos out there that's doing that, so you can go and check them out for that. But I'm just telling you exactly what my experience has been using it for what I use it for on a daily basis, which is heavy activity as far as the gym is concerned, the heart rate sensor, and just texting, making phone calls, and that's it. And I'm impressed at the battery life that I have left, which right now is 9 o'clock. Like I said, I'm at 61%. Started off at 85 at 6 a.m. this morning, so I think that's pretty good. But anyway, man, if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button, drop a comment below, let me know what you think about everything. Please hit the subscribe button if you have not. Turn on your bell notification so you know when I'm posting videos. It's your boy JR. I'll holler at you on the next one. Y'all be safe, hold it down, peace.